From My News 26 and CCTV, it's high school hockey, coming to you from the WEX in Cadillac.
Welcome back, everybody, to third period action here at the WEX in Cadillac, Michigan. My name is Bill Dooley, along with my partner, Jeff Castillo. And Jeff, we were interviewing Molly Anderson at the end of the period, and then all you-know-what broke loose. And I really don't know how many penalties there were. Do you have any clue what the total amount of penalties were there at the end?
Well, I do know that Cadillac ended up with a couple of the penalties. Number 5, Cam Keen. Not great news for him and the Vikings. Cam got a 2-minute boarding penalty, which put the Portage Northern on a power play, but he also received a game misconduct. So, not what you want to see. So we've seen the last of him for tonight, and I believe that also means he's going to miss their game next Wednesday as well down in Big Rapids. So there's still 20 seconds on one of the earlier penalties and 47 seconds on the other penalty. So Portage Northern's going to start out on a 5-on-3 here to start this third period.
And, Jeff, there's going to be a bunch of them stacked up, so as soon as some of those come off the board, you've got other ones that will be starting, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Is there a 5-minute major that's going to be starting here pretty soon? Because it sounds like he had a 5-minute boarding, right? Not sure on that?
I am not sure on that. I thought it was a 2-minute boarding, but I could be wrong.
Okay, it could. I think they have it can be a 2 or a 5. So anyway, we've got a 5-on-3 situation. The Vikings will have Fisher Moore, Henry Schmidtdale, and Ian Lilly. And they're going to have their work cut out for them because it looks like it's going to be in a prolonged 5-on-3 situation. And
they've got a little party going in the box down there.
Yeah. Maybe we can get our camera on the penalty box because you probably won't see this too often. And Portage Northern is going to start with Braden Falk out there along with Gable
misconduct?
Sudman.
Okay, thank you.
And number 13 is Nick Jepson. Go ahead, Jeff.
Okay, sorry about that. I just heard from the scorekeeper downstairs that he did not receive a game misconduct. He received a 10-minute misconduct. Big difference there.
Oh, huge difference.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's going to be out for, a good portion, maybe about half of this period or so, but that's way better than game misconduct, which would lead him to, again, miss the following game down in Big Rapids. So.
Okay, but also he must have had at least 1 or 2 minor penalties.
Right.
So you add the 10 to at least the 2, 12. So he's out for 3/4 of the third period at least.
Yeah.
Do you see him? Okay, is he actually in the box? I wonder. Down there, number 5 in the box.
No, he isn't right now.
I think he has been sent to the locker room, Jeff. I mean, that was the word that I got. So, but if he's not in the penalty box and he's not on the bench, I mean, he can't be on the bench. That means he's in the locker room.
Right.
So
but they didn't have a 5-minute major listed up there, which, it seems like it would be up there. So.
Right. Well, you got to remember, if there was already 2 penalties, those have to that won't show on the board.
Okay.
Until that'll start when the 22nd penalty runs up, then they automatically will start ticking down on the 5-minute. Okay.
Well, we'll see how that all sorts out.
Yeah.
Bottom line is Cadillac's going to be short-handed for a while, and they're going to have to weather the storm here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's anybody's game right now. We've got a 2-1 hockey game.
Yeah. Yep.
But this could change some things up here.
We need a mathematician up here to figure out the possibilities of power plays. So, Portage Northern with some speed. Here comes Nick Jepson. He'll put on the brakes.
Yeah, and they've got some fresh ice to work with.
Yep. Nolan McCarthy, number 3, out there with Daniel Wester. Braden Falk. There's a wrist shot blocked, and the Vikings do not clear it.
Good job by McCarthy to keep that puck in.
Oh, luckily Jepson wasn't a right-handed shot because he would have had a one-timer. Vikings clear it down. Good job there. One of the penalties. Now a second one. There comes the 5.
Okay, now here comes the 5. Okay.
So we have Cadillac is down for 5 minutes but 2 of those, or actually a minute 20, will be as a 2-man advantage. Here comes a shot, high off the blocker and cleared by the Vikings. Good job by Nathan Moore to stand his ground. You just don't see this very often, Jeff, with this many penalties stacked up on top of each other.
Yeah, Portage Northern has got, this is a great opportunity for them to build on their lead, because, as you know, a 1-goal lead is not very much, because that's basically a 1-shot lead is what it amounts to.
And that hurts right there because they had a chance to clear, and it hit the netting, so it's going to come all the way back in there. You got our DVDs, just a real quick measure on that?
Yeah, if you missed some of this action, you can definitely get it on a DVD copy. Those can be purchased individually or box sets for the whole season. The sale of DVDs helps pay the cost for the cost of production. Contact mynews26.com. They make great gifts coming up in this holiday season right around the corner. This broadcast is a cooperation between Wexford Missaukee Career Tech Center, CCTV, and MyNews26. Students are involved in directing, replay, editing, and camera work, all under the supervision of a professional director, that being Hannah Crouch tonight.
Okay, Blake Sorge, number 12 for Portage Northern, puts it back to the point to Alexander Luce. He'll take the low shot, never made it through, and McKinley could not clear it on the backhand. That kind of hurts right there. Possessing the puck now are the Huskies. Nice block by McKinley. Number 33 behind the net, that's Hobson. Back to the point to Slack. Slack, that never made it through. The Vikings are doing a good job in clogging up that shooting lane. Slack tried to center it. Goes back to the point, and it is going to be kept in by Wester. Wester will dish it off to Hobson. Hobson back to Wester, off his stick. Now there's a shot by McCarthy. That never made it through. I think it stung Farley.
Yeah, Farley took that one in the upper body.
A man is back on the ice, so now it's a 5-on-4 for 3:20. The Vikings' penalty kill so far has been, just stand out right here. Here comes McCarthy. There's a wrister, and Moore will make the save, and what was that?
Yeah, a little extra chop on the goalie. Sure, that's not going to make them happy. And, credit Cadillac right now, because Portage Northern has been on a 5-on-3 for quite a while. And, especially this early in the season and everything, you just don't practice 5-on-3s a lot in practice and break down, that defensive strategy with only the 3 players out there. So they've done a really good job of keeping the play.
That's a good point, Jeff. It's something that you just don't put on a list of things to do is practice a 5-on-3. That for this time of
right this early in the season, especially as the season goes on and you're looking for some things to work on, you try to work that in. But there's so many other things that you're trying to put together and get this time of the year.
Coming in with some speed, going down, and the puck goes right to Nathan Moore, and he'll just hold on to it.
And there's Fisher Moore. I love the way he plays.
Referees will kind of be watching him closely here the rest of the game. The tempers are still up there, you can tell. A lot of energy going on right now. Still a 2-1 game. I mean, there is 2:46 to go here on the 5-on-4.
Right, and if Cadillac can, obviously there's still a ways to go, but if they can get out of this without Portage scoring and keeping this at a 2-1 game, what a huge momentum builder that's going to be for them, and confidence booster, really.
That one is deflected off the skates of Fisher Moore, and that'll bring another face-off down in the Viking zone, but it eats off some more time.
Yeah, and Portage has tried to get some shots. They're just not getting any clear shots like you think you would on a 5-on-3, because it's hard to cover when you're well-manned by 2 players.
Seems to me like they need some quick passes just off to the side and take some angled shots, because nothing's getting through from the top.
No, they're feeding it out to their point men, and they're just not getting anything clean and through.
Puck stays along the boards. Farley. Oh, that one did not come out. That was really close.
In the slot line there.
And Moore did not know where it was, but it was loose, and he made the good save. Ian Lilly giving him a lot of credit right there, which he deserves.
Yeah, and Nate is giving his team a chance. He's been solid in the net tonight.
So the Huskies will get a wholesale change as they bring in Slack and Sorge, Hobson, Kava, and Luce.
Sorge
Puck
was
stays
the
right there.
Goal scorer for Portage's last goal.
Yeah, and Hobson was the first scorer for
Right,
him.
that was unassisted. And we've got a 2-1 game here with 13:20 left.
Here comes Sorge over the line with some speed, goes past one man, runs into a referee, and then the Vikings will clear it back out.
All right, little less than 2 minutes left in this power play.
Watch
for
this here,
Portage
how
Northern.
see how they let him wind right up and gets the speed going.
Yeah, and they all come back deep in the zone, and they go together.
Puck is in the corner. Vikings get a couple checks on there. Here's a shot by McCarthy, and it went into the netting. Nathan Moore didn't even move on that one.
No, he can really let it rip. He can get that shot on goal.
McCarthy was the one that had that long slapper. Yeah, he's got a shot.
I would definitely have a guy out on him and not letting him shoot freely. Like you say, I think it was by Nate Moore before he even saw it.
Now it'll come back out of the zone because it never hit anything except glass and netting.
All right, 1:35 left in their power play. The Vikings have done an outstanding job. They've been shorthanded the entire period, plus a minute and a half to 2 minutes of the last period.
Of the second period.
So the last 6 or 7 minutes they've been shorthanded.
It takes a lot out of your penalty killers, but they seem to be doing just a great job.
Yep.
So they got Schmidtdale right now along with Lilly and other Schmidtdale, so Jack and Henry, and then Brian Farley out there. And they're just basically forming a line at the blue line and saying, come and get us. There's another clear by the Vikings all the way down the ice, and you got to be getting a little nervous if you're Portage Northern, Jeff, and you haven't really had a A1 golden opportunity.
Yep, exactly.
That's hard to believe.
Well, I hope Nate Moore is okay. That shot got up. I was afraid it was going to hit him up in the neck area.
Yeah.
I think it just kind of kept rising and rising on him.
I do not see the flapper that protects their neck on his mask.
No.
There's a shot and a score!
All right, so it took them all the way up until 33 seconds left. They are still going to remain on a power play as this last penalty that they were killing off is a major penalty, so they do not come out of the box on a goal.
That was Gable Sudman that scored the goal, number 11. And Gable is a senior, one of the assistant captains on the team, and he just roofed it right from the slot area.
But that was an awful long time of being shorthanded before they scored for Cadillac. Really nice job on the kill to only allow one.
So the Vikings now down 3-1 with 11:25 to go here in the game. They need to get, well, first of all, they need to get back to full strength and then try and get some. There's a shot just about went in. It was short side. Schmidtdale let it go. There's a long stretch pass intended for Sudman. And Fisher Moore, high stick. Now Portage Northern, they don't want to touch it, but they have to because then they'll get a face-off. Power play's over, Jeff.
Whew. And only allowing one goal.
Yeah.
Again, that was a pretty good credit to Cadillac for that kill.
Did we get an assist yet on the goal?
Yeah, Gable Sudman had the goal. We had Braden Falk and Nick Jepson on the assist.
Okay. Vikings will come out with Henry Schmidtdale along with Carson Carlington, Carson Peedle, Caleb McKinley, and Jack Schmidtdale. Here's a play out into the slot. Henry Schmidtdale. That one deflects behind the net. Vikings need a good energy shift right here.
Yeah, they do, and this is really the first time they've been able to kind of start to generate some offense in quite a while, as we've talked about.
Sorge, that pass was deflected. It goes into the corner. McKinley, first one back after it, takes a big hit. Here's in the slot. Shot, good save, rebound, scored!
Yep, he was left all alone.
Nathan Moore did all he could, made the first save, and the rebound came right back onto his stick. And he made no mistake. That was Hobson, his second goal of the game.
Owen Hobson on that goal. Stuck with the rebound, like you say. Moore did all he could do. So Hobson on the goal. We'll have to hear with the assist. It was a nice pass out. Cadillac got looking in the corner. Looks like Blake Sorge was on assist in the corner.
All right, back to the action now with 10.5 minutes to go in the game. It is now opened up to a 4-1 Portage Northern lead. Austin Kyling steals the puck in the corner. Coming away with it, though, is Nolan McCarthy. Too far out in front of his man, and it'll be an icing call. And see if we can get our sponsors here.
Yeah, exactly.
Mentioned.
Yep, once again, we have Pizza Plus, we have Cadillac Tire, and we have Fox Motors. And again, a big thank you to them for sponsoring our games this year.
Yeah, and if you could stop by and just mention that, you know, we appreciate you guys, you know, doing what you do on the on My News 26 and frequent their business. And here we go for the Vikings coming out front. There's a shot, knocked down, and Peter Todd was holding his. He takes a shot at Fisher Moore. We'll see if anything happens here. Ian Lilly is pleading his cause.
Well, exactly. Cadillac saying, come on, let us get on a little power play here. We've been penalty killing for.
Well, we have a at least a roughing call on the goalie. We'll see if it's going to be offsetting.
Yeah. Referee John Truce is having a little chat with the coaches from Portage Northern right now. I do believe that penalty was on Peter Todd.
It was, and they'll have to have somebody who was on the ice at the time serving the penalty. Now Austin, is Austin Kyling? No, he's not going in. All right.
All right, so now Cadillac has an opportunity here on the power play to try to get this lead cut down to 2. There's still 10 minutes to play, so there's plenty of time, but boy, it'd be nice if they could get a quick one here. So they're going to be working against the clock the rest of the way through.
The Huskies clear it down. Nathan Moore will cover the puck as Sudman, who's got a lot of speed, was right in on it. So that'll force a face-off deep into Viking territory. Good job there by Gable Sudman.
And again, while we have the opportunity, we'd like to thank our crew, Hannah Crouch in the director's booth tonight, along with Caden Darrow helping her out. We've got Skylar Terry on the south end camera, Rosalind Sheldon on the north end, and Damian Brooks up on the red line in the balcony. And we've got a Portage Northern player down as we speak.
I think he lost an edge.
Yeah.
Jeff, I did not see anything happen.
No.
Cadillac was just getting the puck, and he lost an edge and went in hard to the boards.
Yeah, he's getting up slow, but doesn't look like any harm done, so fortunately appears to be no injury there.
That'll give us a chance to let everybody know that our next broadcast on My News 26 will be December 5th with the girls basketball season kicking off against Reed City, and our next hockey game will be January 10th. Next year, 2020. Did you ever think that was going to get here?
Well, it got here quicker than I thought, obviously, but yeah,
that was like the futuristic books when we were in grade school. The year 2020 never. It was like,
yeah, that was real futuristic.
There'd be spacemen walking around and stuff like that. All right, Vikings have a power play for 1:20 to go. Schmidtdale tried to center it. Puck is behind the net. Picking it up is Nolan McCarthy. Vikings have to go after him, and he'll just blast it down the ice.
And they were offside, so they have to tag up. As Brian Farley picked up the puck, he's looking for some skating room.
Farley is bothered there by Sorge.
Sorge has been all over the place
Yes,
tonight.
he has. Vikings running into each other, and their power play is a little bit discombobulated right now.
Now, Portage Northern has definitely taken the momentum along with that long power play they were on.
Portage Northern playing a little keep away with this.
Oh!
And that's a
dangerous play.
Dangerous play in a lot of different reasons, and he's going to be, I would imagine, that's going to be a 5 and potentially a game. They at least a 5-minute. We'll have to wait. And all right, we'll
they're going to have a little conference. Chad Wilson and John Truce are going to get this figured out exactly what's going to be called.
All right. In the meantime, said our girls basketball on December 5th. Also December 19th, we'll have girls basketball on 26 Sports and CCTV.
Yeah, Bill, you mentioned that they did get a 5.
Okay. And the question will be whether that 5 is a disqualifier where they were DQ'd and he'll have to miss a game. If not, he'll just be out for the remainder of this game in a 10-minute misconduct.
So does a 10-minute misconduct go along with the 5? You get a 5 major and a 10-minute misconduct.
There's different combos you can have with a 5-minute major. The referees have some discretion to that based on the severity of the hit. This one looks like he's got a 5 and a game.
Right.
Because they're escorting him off.
Even if it's a 5 and a 10, that's he's still done.
He's
with
still
only
done.
8:37 left.
So now the Vikings will have kind of a similar situation with a 5-minute power or major, and then they still have 30 seconds on the minors, so they're going to have a 2-man advantage, and then they can score as many times with that major penalty.
The man does not come out of the box on a major.
This is their chance to get back in it.
This is a good break for Cadillac. All at the expense of Fisher Moore.
Yeah.
But fortunately, he is okay. He got up and he
yes.
did not get injured. That's obviously worst case scenario, but looks like he's going to be fine and probably going to play a big part in this power play.
Centering attempt. Oh, just off the stick of Carson Peedle. He was in the slot. That one hits the skate, goes into the netting. Not what the Vikings wanted.
Nope, but that will keep the face-off down in the Portage zone.
And Jeff, with this game starting at 7 with all the penalties, it's quite a difference from the Wednesday night, a 6 o'clock game, which the game went by pretty quickly. I think we were done by like 8 o'clock.
That might have even been a touch. Yeah, it was around 8 o'clock.
The referees are earning their money tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been busy.
Another mouth guard down, and clearing the puck is Blake Sorge, and he's had a really good game tonight.
He has. He's showed a lot of leadership tonight. He was our guest on your guest on the pre-game show.
Yep. That one is tipped into the zone, behind the net. Wester will try and clear. Now picking it up is Farley. Farley, nice move around his man. Center shot. Oh, what a save there.
Wow.
I don't know how Peter Todd ever.
I don't know how he did. Fisher Moore got all of that one, and
save of the game for sure.
Definitely.
Wow.
And that was just a minute in. 4 minutes left in the major penalty.
That was a good play by Brian Farley to come out of the corner, go around his man, and then just
he
perfect
made
on the tape.
Great play and a good dish, and Fisher Moore got all of it, but boy, did Todd come up big on that one.
So that one really could have turned the tables if it does go in, get some momentum and only 2 goes down. Now puck will be out over the blue line. The Vikings will have to come back and regroup. Caleb McKinley Up the boards, it'll go past everybody all the way to the net, and holding on to it is Peter Todd.
All right, starting to get much flow going here on this.
Changing it up are the Huskies.
Yep, gives them a chance to get some fresh legs out there.
You got their speedster, Gable Sudman. They've got Hobson out there, the sophomore, who scored, I think, 2 goals.
Yep, McCarthy.
Puck is in along the boards, and exactly what the Huskies want to do is just grind some time away, and now they get it to Hobson, and he will clear the zone, so the Vikings have to come back out again. Good job by the penalty killers. Both teams, penalty killers, Jeff.
Yeah.
Been doing a good job. Fanning on it was McCarthy, and the Vikings will take it at center.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that was a fan. He might have been doing that on purpose.
Puck is over the line. Still back out to center ice. Vikings having a tough time here gaining the zone and possession.
Yeah, they just can't seem to get it going and get it settled in.
Alexander Luce took on 2 Vikings, knocked them both down, and cleared the puck. That was a great defensive play there by Luce. Now he'll be first one to it. Puck goes now for the Vikings to pick it up. Centering attempt. Goes way up in the air. Ian Lilly puts it down. Deflected off to the right side where Caleb McKinley will get it. McKinley, Richter, that's blocked by Luce. That one's blocked by Hobson. They're putting on a clinic right now. Another penalty coming up, Jeff, out in front of the net.
Northern.
That one's tipped wide. Goalie Moore is coming over. And it'll be whistled down, so now it's going to be a 2-man advantage.
Yeah, and there was an interference call. That was McCarthy on an interference.
So is number 3 going in?
Yes. So that is going to put Cadillac on a good solid 5-on-3 here. 2:24 left in the major penalty and a fresh 2 minutes on the interference call. I mean, this is what they were looking for. If there was a way to get back in the game, this is their best shot.
Back to the point. Schmidtdale with a shot, and that's gloved aside there smoothly by Peter Todd. And I tell you what, there's a lot of green and red up on the scoreboard color-wise. They may need some new bulbs after this game, burning out some.
Yeah, well, like you said, the refs have been awful busy tonight. And the penalty killers have been busy.
Farley, right off the faceoff, found himself alone with the puck. Here comes Fisher Moore. Moore stops, centered. Nice block there by Wester. From the point, Olivia Peedle puts one through, and Peter Todd makes the save.
Yeah, and boy, she used Farley as a screen. Farley was right in front of the goalie. Good opportunity there, and a good stop by, Peter Todd.
Now Fisher Moore against Blake Sorge on the faceoff. Goes back to the point. Sorge smartly, he didn't see any point men there, so he was able to hit it down. Here comes some speed by Gable Sudman. And now Fisher Moore. He's got Henry Schmidtdale with him. And Farley. Farley around his man. Back to Fisher Moore. Oh, and it went just off his stick. Back to the point. That one does not connect, and that's going to help out Northern as they're going to change up their killers there. Watch out. Kept his head up. Stayed on side. Schmidtdale tried to hit Farley with it.
Yeah, Farley almost pulled a groin trying to stay on side.
And there's an easy save.
Saw that one all the way.
Vikings still have 58 seconds left in the 2-man advantage and a minute 22 in the first penalty. The second penalty.
Well, I've got to be thinking that Schuyler and Roslyn being their first hockey game are just loving this.
I wonder if they think this is how all games go.
Well,
you would think. We kind of joked about it, didn't we, Jeff, before the game? We said, there could be a lot of penalties and fights, but not thinking that would actually happen.
Yeah, Schuyler.
There's a tip and a score! Right, Caleb McKinley with the shot. It might have been Cam Harold with the tip. We'll have to see. But good low shot. He just got it through traffic.
Yep, and there they go. So that is going to bring one guy out of the box, but they are still going to have a minute 9 from that existing major penalty on that boarding.
Let's see if we can get a call here by Troost. It was definitely tipped, Jeff, out in front of the net. We'll
Right.
have to see who that was. But anyway, the Vikings get a little bit of life injected into them. With 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game, it is now 4-2. You are watching high school hockey action on 26 Sports and CCTV. Jeff Castillo along with Bill Dooley. There's a broken stick. And he's looking for a stick for somebody.
Nobody's giving him one.
So there's a shot saved by Peter Todd. That was hilarious, Jeff. He's looking for a stick from the bench, and nobody would give him a stick.
They didn't want to give him up. They cost too much these days.
That's right. He just busted one. That's $110.
At least.
Yeah, at least. So the Vikings will change it up with high fives there to Cam Harold and Kyling and Farley coming off the ice. So Fisher Moore is right back out there with Henry Schmidtdale. It'll go back to the point, winding up as McKinley. That was blocked. McKinley
did a good job getting back off that after that block shot.
Yeah, that was Nick Jepson that blocked it. Schmidtdale with a good move around his man, and then wisely just holding on to it is Peter Todd with 43 seconds left in the power play.
All right, I still have not gotten a word on that goal scorer for the Vikings. Try to keep you posted on that.
If it is credited to Caleb McKinley, that'll be his first varsity goal ever. But I believe it was tipped by Cam Harold. Here's a wraparound attempt by the Vikings. Schmidtdale, is it in the net? Nope. And then thrown down. Nolan McCarthy. Ian better watch himself because he could get a well, there's some, I want to say, entertaining things going out there, Jeff.
No,
not even entertaining.
Not entertaining.
In Knucklehead? Yeah, maybe there.
Yeah.
That's the better word.
Definitely not entertaining.
All right, do we have any penalties on that? Or they?
Yes.
We do.
There's a fresh 2 on the board.
Okay.
And I would certainly
be on the
hope that a penalty
throwdown.
got called. Yeah,
on the throwdown. Yep.
There's not an exact call for a throwdown. I mean, that's kind of more of a wrestling move, but he's going to the box. They're going to give him something.
It's either going to be
unnecessary roughing or something, yeah.
Yeah, probably a roughing call.
All right, and Chad Wilson's talking to the coach.
Let's catch up on some of our other stuff here, Jeff. How about our sponsors? Get them going, and then our crew, if you get going on that.
Well, we've got Pizza Plus as always, and the more I talk about it, the more hungry I'm getting up here.
Yeah.
Because that is delicious pizza. If you can make it over there to Pizza Plus, you'll definitely be in for a treat.
Yes.
We've got Cadillac Tire, and we also have Fox Motors of Cadillac. We've got our crew, Hannah Crouch is directing tonight with
Caden Darrow.
Caden Darrow in along helping her. We got Skylar Terry at the south end, Rosalind Shelding on the north end, and Damian Brooks at the red line. Here come the Vikings.
Oh, out in front, Schmidtdale was open for second. Fisher Moore with the shot. Knocked down and diving on the puck.
Still
No, it's loose. Oh, and a shot. They must have blown the whistle.
They did blow the whistle.
Wow.
Unfortunately, he never really got it in, but as soon as the ref loses sight of the puck, he's got to blow that whistle. So kind of a bad break for the Vikings on that one. We've got 3:52 left in the period.
This game is, this third period has got to be one of the longest periods that I've ever seen.
There's still a ways to go.
And clearing it down the ice is Blake Sorge. It'll go all the way to Nathan Moore. Moore will dish it off to Jack Schmidtdale with a long pass at center off the skates of Brian Farley. Not what the Vikings wanted. But they do get to it, and it hit the screen?
Yeah, I believe it hit the screen, and it was off Farley, so that puck is going to come outside the zone. Good hustle by Brian Farley to even get in there,
right?
Not giving them a clear shot to ice the puck. So that 5-minute major penalty has expired. We got 1:25 left in the minor penalty for the takedown.
We got a good student section here tonight, Jeff. They're filling up that section.
Yeah.
That one goes up into the netting, so we're going to have another whistle.
We're just missing the pep band. I'm very disappointed on that. I might have to make a phone call.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on over there, but Friday night would have been a perfect time to kind of start the hockey season out here and get the pep band going, get the crowd into it.
We do want to encourage everybody to, if you can, buy some DVD copies of the game. You can go on mynews26.com. We've got single games, box sets. You've got football. You've got girls basketball, boys basketball, hockey. So a lot of different choices here for stocking stuffers, birthday presents, and graduation gifts.
Right. And who wouldn't want a DVD of listening to us, Bill? I mean, you know what? I don't understand it.
Well, they can always mute it.
They can mute it. That's right. That's always an option.
It is. It's the technology today is phenomenal. The puck is played into the zone. Kyling takes a little extra shot, and Alexander Luce, number 20. I'd say he's got to be going 6'1", 6'2", wouldn't you say? Kept it in nicely by Caleb McKinley. He'll get it over to Cam Harrell, back into the slot for Carson Peedle. Back into the middle, Austin Kyling. Tried to center, it'll go behind the net to Luce. Luce will clear the zone.
Just got past Schmidt-Deal.
We've got 10 seconds to go in the power play. And the Vikings are behind their own net right now with 2:15 to go in the game. So the clock is definitely not a friend of the Vikings. And just ragging the puck and eating up some time is Blake Sorge, number 12.
Right. We'll keep an eye on Nate Moore, as I'm sure Coach Graham is going to want to get him to the bench for an extra attacker.
And here comes Sorge as he was behind his own net trying to go the length of the ice. There's a shot. Short side, knocked away. And the Vikings do not clear the zone. Dumping it back deep is Nick Jebson.
Yeah, and at this point, Portage is just going to want to try and keep it in their zone to keep Nate Moore in the net.
Yep. Bringing it right back in. Blown up there is Nick Jebson. And he's back down on the ice. We got a whistle. And I want to say that
it looked to me it was a clean hit, but
yeah,
then he gave
extra shot.
Yeah, well, he gave him a little extra business there.
Right. So Caleb McKinley will head over to the box. I would imagine that'll be a 2-minute roughing call. And that'll really put the... Now the Vikings are talking it over here with the referees, and also Blake Sorge is in there, the captain. This broadcast tonight is a cooperation between Wexford Missaukee Career Tech Center, CCTV, and My News 26. Students are involved in directing, such as Caden is doing tonight. Jeff, Caden is getting a chance to actually turn some of the buttons, press, get different camera looks. So that's really exciting.
Right.
They're also doing camera work, as Skylar and Roslyn are doing, along with Damian Brooks, and all kinds of editing, replay.
Going to be working on some replays for us in the new year.
Yes, hopefully we
can bring that to you.
Get that going. That'll be the Petoskey Northmen on January 10th. That'll be the first Big North Conference game for the Vikings. We got a little over a minute to go. I would think that the referees are going to be watching these players really close right now. And a whistle goes, and we got another
I know you're
skirmish.
going to find this hard to believe, but Fisher Moore is right in the middle of things again.
Jeff, did you say you were buying Pizza Plus for everybody after the game?
Is that what I said? I don't remember.
Okay.
Fortunately, we don't have an instant replay on that call.
I don't know if we want to see this game in an instant replay.
I'm a little disappointed there's not a fourth period to this game, because I'm not ready to let this one be done yet. I'm really not. Okay.
We want to welcome all the people that are hopefully going to be watching from Portage Northern, because this is,
right.
they don't get to see a broadcast of this quality.
Well, yeah.
Put together.
I mean, how could they? Yeah, it's good. Well, hopefully, that'll sell the DVDs. It's not every day you can be on TV.
Jeff, we have some high school football. Now, I know your hometown, Swan Valley, they were knocked out of it by Almont?
Yes.
And so Almont will be playing this weekend. And Kingsley is having a great season. They'll be playing against Lansing Catholic
Lansing Catholic,
Central.
on Saturday.
And so that'll be a big one. You've got Grand Rapids Catholic Central playing against Hudson Unity Christian.
Yep, that should be a good one.
Another good game there. So
Beale City is still in it.
Okay.
Glen Lake is still in it.
Glen Lake.
We've got a number of northern Michigan schools that are still in it. So, as much as I like to go to some of those games, would like to catch one, I am going to be at the state finals for Special Olympics. They've got some floor hockey going on, as we had mentioned the other night. So we've got Area 32, which is Wexford County and Missaukee County athletes. Down there we've got both a young men's team and a ladies team competing down there in Lansing at Holt High School this weekend. So that's going to be where I'm at. I'll try to keep posted on some football scores, but definitely first and foremost, we've got our Special Olympics athletes down there from the area. So
and your son Justin did a great job on the pregame there, just getting us ready for the weekend. And Jeff, who's the director for? Is it Area 32?
Yep, we're Area 32. Jackie Clark is our area director.
Okay.
And Cal Reynolds, who's been doing this for years and years and years, he is the assistant athletic director. So they put in countless number of hours putting forth all the work that it takes to organize all this stuff and the paperwork and the financing and just everything. So my hat's off to those two because they really do a lot of work. It's not just those two either. There's a number of people on the board and everything that there's a lot involved in that, with uniforms and the traveling and practices and finding locations. And
what are the 2 or 3 major events that you guys will participate in? Do you have like a summer, a winter, or is it just tournaments, or how does that work for Area 32?
It's sport after sport, right? Late in the summer, early fall, we had cycling and soccer, both going on at the same time. Several of the athletes did both and competed in both. And then that was done earlier in the fall. And then right now it's just hockey season, which is going to wrap up this weekend.
Bowling probably starts I would imagine, pretty soon, right?
Well, they do a little bowling in the fall, and then they do it in the spring. But they don't actually compete at the state level until the summer games, which is in early June. And then we've got basketball coming up. That's a pretty long season.
That's a biggie.
Yep, and we'll be hosting a basketball tournament on February 22nd over at Mesick High School. You were involved in that a couple years ago. You and Dan Gussert came and announced a game, and we had that one.
My News
couple
26
games televised.
Covered it. That was fun.
Right, that was really nice opportunity. So they're busy all year long. Those athletes they're all about it.
That is great.
They also do a little bit of snowshoeing in the wintertime, so that's coming up as we get a little bit more snow adding up, which is just right around the corner.
Yep.
So it's a year-long thing. There's a lot of opportunities for those athletes, and it's just such a rewarding thing to be involved in.
Well, back to the action here. We're under a minute to go here in the game. It is 4-2, Portage Northern with the lead. The Vikings will get it out to center. We've got 2 penalties. Let's see, on Cadillac. Both on Cadillac.
I'm seeing 3 white shirts out there, plus a goalie.
Portage Northern, I'm sure, will just take their time. They just want to eat the clock up, get over to their hotel room tonight, get some food, and maybe watch the game replay.
Watch the game tonight.
And since the game has went on quite long, here's a shot by Schmidtdale over top of the net with 20 seconds to go in the game. Puck will be put down the ice. There's a race to it. Blake Sorge will get to it first, and he'll backhand it up to Sunman. There's a shot out in front of the net, and it's covered up by Nathan Moore with 7.4 seconds to go. And I think what we'll do, Jeff, since this game has went so long, we'll just do a really quick wrap-up here, and then we'll get down and see if we can – do we have any candidates in your mind from Portage Northern?
Well, Owen Hobson has scored a couple goals.
Okay. Is he the only one with 2 right now?
I believe, yep. Blake Sorge has got a goal and an assist. He was already on your pregame.
Yep. So maybe we'll get to
interview Owen Hobson. Pretty good game. He's got a couple goals.
Okay.
Peter Todd has had a great game tonight. Also, hasn't faced a ton of shots, but has been
Right.
solid in there in the shots that he did face. So
Yeah,
you
I
wanna
was
try and
thinking. I was thinking maybe Gable Sudman, the senior,
Okay.
one of the assistant captains. The game has ended. It is a 4-2 victory for the Portage Northern Huskies. And Jeff, maybe if you want to go over the goals, I'll run down there and see if I can get one of the players and get them
Okay.
ready for the interview. And just do a quick wrap up here.
All right, we will do that. All right, so as we are wrapping things up here, we're going to go all the way back to the first period. Portage Northern opened the scoring. That was by Owen Hobson with an assist from Gable Sudman to take the 1-0 lead. Cadillac answered with a goal by Ian Lilly. Fisher Moore and Brian Farley were both on the assist with that goal, which made it 1-1 at the end of the first period. Second period scoring only had one goal, and that was by Portage's Blake Sorge on an unassisted goal. That was a deflection off of one of the Cadillac players, and that was actually a power play goal to put Portage up 2-1. Third period scoring, Gable Sudman opened up the scoring for Portage Northern. He had the assist by Braden Falk and Nick Jebson. That put the Huskies up by a score of 3-1. That was also a power play goal after a lengthy power play with the major penalty and several minor penalties that had been assessed to the Vikings. And then we had Owen Hobson scoring another one, his second of the night, with an assist from Blake Sorge. That opened it up at 4-1. And then Cadillac was able to get one final tally later in the game. I believe that I did not get official word on that goal, but so I can't tell you officially who that one was by. It was it might have been Henry Schmidtdale, but I think it was might have been deflected possibly, and that might have gone to, I'm guessing maybe let me see here. Number 8, Caleb McKinley. But that's unofficial, of course, because we were not able to get an official word on that one. So Bill Dooley is going to end up getting an interview. So we'll take you down there and break in just a minute here with these announcements. You're watching 26 Sports and CCTV high school hockey action with the final score, the Portage Northern Huskies 4 and the Cadillac Vikings 2.